All right, so we got to get to Kingdom Come Deliverance, okay? Let's get to it. Let's get to it. So there was this big controversy. I thought that the Kingdom Come Deliverance stuff was going to be done after he came out and the director of the game, he came out and he made that thread addressing all of the controversy and stuff and things like that. I thought it was over, but apparently, it's not, okay, because this happened. Okay, Grums put this out. He says Daniel Vavra goes after Rev says de Sue and calls him a grifter. Rev defended your game, Daniel Vavra, and you are messing this up. It's not good. It's not good. Let's see. He says another grifter. No, so basically, Rev released a video where he says woke Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 backlash results in mass pre-order refunds as developer loses trust. Okay. Daniel Vavra says another grifter. No, our pre-orders haven't dropped because of the backlash. The sold return copies ratio is the same as it was. What happened is the preview hype has naturally waned and 9 massively discounted games entered the chart. Monster Hunter is down as well. Okay. Then Rev says, labeling me a grifter in a video where I defend your game from being labeled woke over a rumored gay scene is wild. Yes, people cancel pre-orders. Many did because you won't address the actions of the community manager's code of conduct posted on Steam. Even now, you still avoid the issue entirely. Yes, your game has a lot of pre-orders, but it would have had more if you didn't tiptoe around valid concerns about the actions stemming from your parent company. Seeing you crash out over someone pointing this out is exactly why people are losing trust in you. I don't think y'all gonna like my take on this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think y'all gonna like my take on this. Because in my opinion, I think Rev is wrong here. And I'm gonna explain why. Okay. Being a YouTuber, in a way, is like being a journalist. We make the kind of YouTuber that we are, okay? The kind, not being a YouTuber in general. We report on news, we report on current events, things that are happening, and we're all trying to create titles and thumbnails that convince people to click on our video. So a lot of the times we make some of the most clickbaity, ridiculous titles and thumbnails that we possibly can. That's a fact. For crying out loud, I made a video titled Smash JT Cheats on His Wife with Alyssa Mercante. Now, you guys knew that that wasn't true, but you understand the YouTube game, so you clicked on the video anyway. We can't have this expectation. Well, no. Let me rephrase that. We have to accept the reality that people are going to see our titles and our thumbnails and run with it. Now, we're more than welcome to say, well, you got to watch the video. The same way a journalist would say, you got to read the article. Okay? I understand what Rev did here, and I would have done the same thing. I would have responded like, hey, listen, if you watch the video, I actually defended your game. But, got to make the clickbait title because, we grifting out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? I think the reason why I'm a little bit turned off by this is because we've been asking for transparency, and this is making it look like, yeah, you should never say anything. I'm gonna just keep it a bean. If I'm Daniel Vavra, I'm looking at this like I should have never said nothing to these niggas. I explained the entire situation, and these niggas are still mad. And so he saw, whether he saw it on YouTube or somebody sent him a screenshot, he saw that thumbnail, he saw that title and was like, how these niggas still complaining when I explained all this? And then they like, okay, what about the community manager? Guys, you're assuming that the community manager has anything to do with him. He's the director, not the CEO of the company. He has a parent company. We don't even know if they hired him. We know, based on this guy's previous tweets and things that he said, we know he's based. I don't even know why y'all questioning that. We know he's based. Are we seriously to believe that he, the director of the game, is responsible for hiring a community manager? No. We know that from previous situations, the community manager is likely somebody hired by the parent company. He may not be able to speak on that. Maybe he does. But I'm going to assume the reason why, like, why would you come out and address one controversy but not another? I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. I'm saying maybe he's not able to speak on the community manager because that's not his department. I'm looking at this situation like if I'm a game developer looking at this situation with Kingdom Come, gamers keep asking me for transparency. I'm looking at it like, be transparent for what? This guy was honest and straightforward with y'all, and y'all still going off. I ain't saying shit. I see Hypnotic in the chat going off. He says it's not clickbait though. People are literally mass refunding. The dev will never admit it. How many developers have seen say everything was fine for the game to die a month later? I mean, I don't know about the pre-orders. I'm not gonna pretend to know that. He said they said Concord was fine and selling. It died in 10 days. Me personally, I still believe this game is going to sell well because I believe the controversy around it has been a bunch of bullshit. He said he could have tried to disprove Rev by calling him. He could have tried to disprove Rev without calling him a grifter. There's nothing grifter about what Rev is doing. Fair enough. How many people said Veilguard sold like crazy and everything was fine? Was it people or was it the developers though for Veilguard? Because I don't remember any developers coming out and saying that it sold well. This is straight from the source. At least the way I'm looking at it, this is straight from the source. So the idea here is that Rev is saying that people are massively refunding. I think if you refunding it, I think that's fucking stupid. Now you shouldn't be pre-ordering games anyway. I think that's fucking stupid. But if you're refunding, if you're refunding the game because there's allegedly a gay scene in it that you can choose not to participate in, I think that's fucking stupid. At least, maybe I'm wrong. Chat, hold me accountable. If I'm wrong, let me know. Now I wonder if I can find that tweet. Hypnotic says Corinne Bush said the game was a success to them. I remember that. But we all knew that was Cope when she said that. The game was a success to us. Yeah, I guess that's why you picked up and left a few months later. Huh? Let me see if I can find that tweet really quick. Because me and Kata had a spirited debate. Let me see if is it on his page? Is it on his page? Let me see. Okay. All right, here it is. Here's the tweet. Here's the tweet. This person comes out and says, glad to see you came out and embraced being gay. Explains why you made it mandatory in a medieval Christian game. And then Daniel Vavra responds, it's not mandatory and it's not a Christian game, Grifter bot. Me and Kata, shout out to Kata, had a spirited debate last night because he thinks that Daniel Vavra is wrong for this. I don't see nothing wrong at all. See, my thing is, do niggas want transparency or do you just want control? You just want it your way. You can't ask a developer to be outspoken and transparent, but then turn around and want to control the way he responds to everything. This dude says, glad to see you came out and embraced being gay, explains why you made it mandatory in a medieval Christian game. Where did he make it mandatory? He clearly explained this. And you still going off of his comments talking about gay shit. Then you said it's a Christian game. It's not a Christian game. Now, from Kata's point of view, he's saying, why are you calling him a grifter? Why you say it's not a Christian game when it is a Christian game? First of all, point number one, why are you calling him a grifter? I just think that the word grifter is just a word that's being overly used, okay? Is he using it in the right context here? No. But I think him defending himself is warranted here because this MacArthur nigga is a fucking moron. If I already explained what the situation is and you still coming in here spouting this bullshit, I'm going to go off on you. Okay? And then we had a debate about whether or not this is a Christian game. First of all, the choice of doing the gay stuff in the game, it's literally a choice. It's an RPG. He also said that the characters in the game are very aware of the stigma around same-sex relationships, which hints to me that if you choose to go down the gay route, there will be consequences for that and the way that people treat you in the game. Sounds like a role-playing game to me. But also, it's not a Christian game. Kata's argument was that this is a Christian game because it's a bunch of Christianity in the game. I'm like, the fuck? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
I've never seen myself represented in the Lord of the Rings before, so. This is awesome because I've never seen myself.
I've never seen myself up until Christopher Baker allowed me to see myself. He says, for the Griff with the $20 super chat. I appreciate it, brother. Thanks to you, I can now see myself after I do some booger sugar and get high. Okay. So yeah. So Kata's argument was that it's a Christian game because it's centered around Christianity, and there was a bunch of Christianity going out during that time. I'm like, that doesn't make any fucking sense, because that would mean that any movie, any video game where there was people that was practicing Christianity, that makes it a Christian game. That's ridiculous. Or a Christian movie. That's ridiculous. And I gave the example. Shogun. Who in the chat has seen Shogun? That is a masterful show, by the way. In my opinion, the best show that came, I can't say the best show because I haven't seen everything that came out in 2024. So let me. It was one of the best shows I've ever seen. So if you've seen Shogun, you know. In Shogun, one of the biggest themes in the show was Christianity. A lot of people in Japan was practicing Christianity. A lot of people in Portugal and Europe was practicing Christianity. Or, some of them were Catholics, right? Is there any Christian who would say that Shogun is a Christian show? No. It's not. So the fact that they give you the option to choose a same-sex relationship in a game is wild because it's a Christian game. It's not a Christian game, nigga. It's not. It's not. Stop saying it. It's a lie. What is another example? No, I'm not going down an example. Shogun is enough of an example. There's plenty of games, there's plenty of movies where Christianity is embedded into the game, but it doesn't make it a Christian movie or a Christian show or a Christian game. Toxin says, is Preacher a Christian show or comic? I don't even know what that is. What's a Christian game? I don't think there is many examples of there being a Christian game. But I would say if there was a Christian game We're talking about a game that is heavy in teaching Christian practices. We're talking about a game that's meant to, like, take Passion of the Christ, right? Obviously, a religious movie, a Christian movie, right? It's a movie meant to give you a visual of what actually happened. You know what I'm saying? A game that would do that. I don't know a game like that. Dark Sea says it still centers around Christianity, isn't it? In Kingdom Come or Shogun? If we're talking about Kingdom Come, I don't know. I haven't played the first one. My best guess is that no, it doesn't. It's just what happens that the people during that time practice Christianity. Somebody said in the chat last night on New Blackstreet, it's not a Christian game, it's history. That was the haymaker right there. It's not a Christian game, it's just history. Because if that's the case, that means you would never be able, if you're not a Christian, you would, or if you don't like Christianity for whatever reason, you wouldn't be able to make a game in that time period, in that setting, because everybody there practices Christianity, and you don't want to make a Christian game. That doesn't make sense. Left Behind was a Christian game from 20 years ago. They made a game out of that? I thought that was just a movie. Thought that was just a movie. Damn. Let's see. Moral Orals was first let me say that. Moral Orals first episode in the kid doing crack. Laughing my ass off. Facts. Take a show like Daredevil, right? Daredevil is another example. Netflix's Daredevil, that is now Disney Plus. Matt Murdock is a Catholic. It is one of the biggest themes in the show and part of his character. Would you say that Daredevil is a Catholic TV show? No, you wouldn't. Nobody a part of the Pope is going to show this to is going to show Daredevil off as like peak. I don't know. Nobody. It's just my opinion. I don't know. Maybe you guys think differently. Assassins 86. It's my first time seeing you in here. What's up going on, my boy? I see you, Sammy 3P. He says, if they say Christian, then it is a part of the Dark Ages and medieval history in Kingdom Come. There you go. There you go. Right? There you go. So yeah, I mean, that's just my take on it. All in all, what I believe, I think Kingdom Come is going to do well. I do think that there's a ceiling on it because it has so much competition. Kingdom Come, Deliverance. Avowed is coming out that same month. And then later that month, Monster Hunter Wilds. I don't know, guys. It ain't looking good. I'm hoping.
Oh, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you,